Oh, that feels horrible. Whoa! That feels okay.
Hello everyone, in my last video I successfully started my TZR 250 from a winter layup just after a rebuild, and the good news was that after the 47th kick it started first kick. That was both pipes that time, so I'm a little bit more encouraged. Obviously, before I sell this bike, I'm going to delete this video and say starts perfectly every time. Obviously, need to ride it now because there's this really weird tappity noise that I've not heard on this bike before, and I'm worried that I've done something wrong in the rebuild. Normally, the two-stroke engines are really rattly. That's fine, but when you're riding along, you shouldn't be able to hear that, I don't think. So I'm going to try and record it, take it for a ride, see if I can sort the idle out, which is the end of the last video. It just went, so I think the the left side isn't quite as strong as it should be. So let's see what I can do about that. Probably just tweak the idle up. But nice sunny day. Let's give it a run. Let's go.
And it keeps stalling. Okay, let's just run it for a bit, get it warm and see how it goes. And then I'll tweak the idles. What I need to do on this bike is set the carbs up properly. Just take all the fairings off again. And set each carb up individually. Oh, that was embarrassing. This is not helpful. Okay, we might just be a little bit rusty from the winter, so just bear that in mind. See how it goes. I've probably screwed in the idle way too much now. I can hear that noise now. Get this idle sorted out, but let's just warm it up properly. And the speedo's in kilometres an hour, so don't worry about that. Let's give it a run up this road and back, and then we'll do the idle again. worry when there's people braking ahead of me. I think, what can you see that I can't? Probably the answer is peril. It's a corner, enjoy it. Right, temperature's gone up to 80 and now it's come back down again, so the thermostat's working. Bogging a little bit there, let's change the map. Bogging worse there, so let's turn that off. And I'll have to sort out the idle, because that doesn't help. I'm going to go in here. Oh, the idle's okay. No, the idle's not okay. The idle's not idling. Let's see what's going on. Let's take my gloves off so I can adjust the throttle, the idle stops. It does seem a bit weird. I'm trying to get it running so I can hear this strange rattling noise, but it's not really running. Left pot seems weak. Yeah, that's not let's turn the front down a bit. It's very weak pulses compared. That's lovely. Smell that, it's gorgeous. So definitely something wrong with the left pot. Let me just run it some more. That's now. Is that working? A bit better. I'd say it's a bit better. It's terrible, isn't it? I don't know if I can bring that down just a tiny bit. That's the screw there. I think I'm quite happy with like £2,000. Well, zero's not good. I think it's just quite gummed up in the carbs there. Yeah, that's just quite gummed up in the carbs. Just need to give it some running. Well, I don't think I'm going to find out what the strange noise is, because I think I've got, as ever, another problem to deal with. Let's try and deal with these problems one at a time, eh? Oh, that feels horrible. Whoa! That feels okay. Just put it on reserve. I can't imagine that's the problem, but try that. Go and get some new fuel. Definitely sounds wrong, doesn't it? That's a neutral throttle, which kind of would suggest something is a problem that I don't know anything about. Well, that's very busy, but I've got an SO garage near me which I can go to. One I first got this bike, I was petrified of going to the petrol station because would it start after I filled it up? And now I'm supremely confident it's not going to start. No, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. It started up 2 kicks just now. Okay. Well, it's idling now. I wonder if it just needed a bit of a kick. Let's turn that off before it messes me up. Alright, we might have a bit more scope. Right, high octane Supreme 99 petrol. Okie dokie. Reset the doohickey. Put it on main. Great trick that. Go on reserve, you fill your bike up and you forget to change it. And the next time you run out and go, oh, just put that on reserve. I'm dry. Okay, so are you going to behave? No. Shocking. Close enough. I'll take that. Okay. Let's give it another go. Hear that ticking? You hear that right there? This is what I don't think is right. That does not sound right to me. When I shut the throttle it goes away. When I open it up you can't hear anything anyway. It's like watching the sheep in Wallace and Gromit movie, isn't it? God, lads, organise yourselves. Yeah, so this is what I remember being the problem. Neutral throttle and this noise. Tickety, tickety, tickety. Accelerate goes. Now I can still hear it ever so slightly. Look how environmentally friendly motorcycles are. We're not causing any traffic. Think about that. Beamer, is it? Or Laverda? I don't know. way of checking the idle, which I quite like doing, is just pull the clutch in as you're going along. And that's sat there at a reasonable 1500, a little bit high, but the advantage of doing that over going to the end of the road and pulling the clutch in is you can just release the clutch and restart it, rather than sit there like an idiot kicking it to bits. Oh, it's idling. Oh, that's good. Well, it wasn't full throttle, it was only 3/4 throttle, that's my defence. And then let's do a U-E and not drop it. Okay, so let's try and sum up the TZR 250 experience for me. I think nostalgia, definitely. Excitement. Confusion. Despair. Hope. And I think that's probably it. Apart from broke. You've got to consider broke. Go through the water feature. And they say, oh yeah, you can go quicker if you hang off. Trouble is, I'm so old, if I hang off, I might not be able to get back on again. So I'm quite happy to just go easy on it.
Oh, so that was quite a bit of fun. Actually, science goes out the window sometimes when you're on two-stroke and you just forget everything and just ride. But that's fine. So what did I learn from that trip? First of all, if you own a two-stroke, ride it. Don't sit in the garage fiddling with the carbs. Go out and ride it. So I think that was the problem with the stalling. I think the left carburetors, you know, a bit gummed up. Probably the plugs need checking. Did I get anywhere closer to figuring out what that strange noise was? I don't know if you can hear it in the video. Let's put that up and see if anybody can hear it. The geniuses in the forum should be able to help with that, please. So next thing to do, let's get all the fairings off. Let's pull the plugs, check compression, pull the carbs if I have to, clean those. Let's just try and find out, is everything okay? See if we can have a look in the balls as well, see if the pistons and rings look okay. So that's a whole bunch of work that I didn't want to do because, you know, when I finished putting that Allen key in there, everything's done. And now it's all back to basics. But that's the thing with owning these bikes. The reason why they were so reliable back in the 80s and 90s is because you rode them every day. You rode them to go to work, you rode them every day at the weekend. They were never sat for any period of time. Certainly not sat with questionable fuel, because back then there was arsenic and lead and plutonium in fuel, and it was fine. Now we've got to be a lot more careful about our fuel, and we've also got to be wary that we just don't ride these bikes like we used to. So, lesson: ride the bike or keep pulling it apart. I think I'm going to go for the first one, but in order to get there, I have to pull it apart. So I'm going to do that. What I'm going to do as well is show you how to balance the carbs on these. It's not something I know, it's something that I've been told, which is pretty much everything on two strokes. Is somebody back in distant history used to know something and it's been handed down. So balancing the carbs on this, getting the carbs clean, that's the first thing. And if you buy one of these off eBay or wherever you buy one, the first thing you're going to have to do is take the carbs off and clean the carbs, because if it's been sat for any length of time, 6 months even, with rubbish fuel in it, they're going to be toast. So you can recover it, you just have to spend a lot of time cleaning it. And that's not just take it off and throw it in an ultrasonic bath. You've got to clean it, and then the ultrasonic bath is the polish. So I've done all that to these carbs, but obviously then I've been guilty and I've just let it sit there. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me. I'd love to go out and ride it again, but best thing to do is do it properly, because I've got to get this dynoed and got to get it through an MOT and try and make Ace Cafe for April 30th for Yamaha Day. Okay, let's try that. All right, cheers all, bye.